How's it guys, and welcome to the video. In today's video, I'm going to teach you some really easy gimbal moves that will help you level up your videography. So whether you're into food videography, or whether you're a YouTuber, or whether you're just somebody interested in exploring how to make better videos, well then I think you're going to find today's video really delicious. Maybe even as delicious as these pancakes. So the gimbal moves that I'll be teaching you today, you can do them with any gimbal. I have one of the early versions of the DJI Ronin and I quite enjoy using it. I think if you've got a gimbal that's got a joystick, then you're going to be just okay and perfectly fine for this video. Otherwise, there are some moves I will be doing that you won't even need a joystick. So whatever your level is, guys, it's going to be a vibe. But before I show you these gimbal moves, let me just show you a quick little sequence that you'll be able to create. Whether it's food videography or any other sequence you're interested in making, you'll be able to harness these gimbal moves effectively to create something that you're really proud of. Let's go. This gimbal move I like to refer to as find the gap. I've used it a couple of times to give a really cool effect of going through a car window or coming from a car window. I've also used it in action shots going through a jump. Today I'm going to use it to go through ingredients. The whole idea is to go through a whole bunch of some of the things that you need for making pancakes, and this is going to introduce us into our establishing shot. So I'm unable to squeeze through a whole bunch of small areas, but the gimbal can actually move effectively through areas that we ourselves can't get through. I use my gimbal and I push it through a space that I can't get through, and this allows me to elongate my shot, allowing for that continuous movement. It gives my video the extra edge. It's simple, but it really adds character to the shot. We're now going to talk about the incline push in. So here you've got your gimbal and you just move your gimbal from a wide shot to a close up and you lift your gimbal up. This will give it somewhat of an incline feel. You can do this one of two ways depending how close you are to your talent or to your object. You can either just move your arm from wide to narrow at an angle, or you could even walk it in. So that again just depends how close you are to the talent or the subject. The next way that you could use this, I find this pretty cool, is that you could use the joystick on your gimbal to give somewhat of a tilt. So you can almost tilt it at an angle, or you can tilt it at an angle. And in this case, my camera is quite high, so I can tilt it down and I can move my camera down, and the tilt allows us to get a beautiful view of top down, but at a nice angle that just gives a bit of flair to the shot. Similarly, if you were to have your gimbal quite low, you could tilt your camera up and again, move your gimbal from a wide to a closer position and it'll give you that beautiful angle. Or you could just move your gimbal straight and then tilt it on the joystick to angle a little bit down or angle a little bit up. To use the gimbal joystick, it takes a couple of times to get comfortable with it, but if you've got a gimbal, try using it. Next, we're going to talk about orbiting the object. If you're enjoying the video so far, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Thank you very much. So here you take your gimbal and you yourself move in a circular movement around your object or your talent. I really like this one because there's not often the whole orbit, the whole circle that is done perfectly, but in the edit you're able to capture the part of it that is done beautifully, and it just adds such a nice movement and momentum to your shot. But of course you can use the complete orbit. It's even quite cool to use it as a bit of a transition. So you could be circling your subject and then in the same direction circle another subject, and then you could just cut it in the edit. So the one subject can cut through to a different subject, but it's all going in the same direction. And it's just one of the cool things you can do with the orbit. Now we're going to talk about the spiral. So if you've got the orbit done, well, the spiral is going to be a piece of cake for you. I quite like the spiral and the orbit because it allows you to showcase different backgrounds, which just adds a little bit of vibrancy to your shot. But with the spiral, how I like to shoot a spiral is I like to go from wide to in. So you start out wide on your object and then you just move all the way in. It's more of a 180-degree angle, it's a straight line that you're going through, as opposed to the full 360. So starting wide from the one side and then moving a little bit closer on the other. Now we've got the reveal, a real classic. So here you can go from an up-down reveal or a down-up reveal or even a bit of a sideways reveal. Here you move from one space into a space that focuses on your subject, and you just choose which angle you want to go from, whether it's high to low, low to high, or wide. It's a nice establishing shot. It's a change in dynamic of the video, and it's quite cool to try with your gimbal as well. Then we've also got the follow shots, follow forward, follow backwards, follow sideways. So here you are either tracking the movement of your subject from behind so that they are in front of you and you're just following them, so you're capturing the back, or you are walking backwards and they are walking at a pace that's similar to you, or traveling at a speed that is similar to you if it's food that you're working with here. The secret with using your gimbal is to go slow with the gimbal. Travel slowly, move slowly. And also something I like to do when it comes to taking my cinematic footage with the gimbal is I like to shoot in a higher frame rate. So when it comes to editing, I can even slow it down even more. Slowing down your footage and moving slowly with the gimbal gives it that buttery, that creamy texture that just keeps somebody's eyes glued to the sequence that you're putting together. So be the tortoise when it comes to using your gimbal, because slow and steady wins the race. Guys, I love putting the sequence together for you, and I hope that you feel empowered to try some gimbal movements with your gimbal. P.S. Let me know in the comments below if you end up using your gimbal for a specific sequence. I'd love to check it out. You might see that I used some innovative lighting when it came to shooting this video for you guys today. I by no means invested a lot of money into my lighting at all, and I will link a video with some DIY lighting ideas for you that will save you quite a bit of money when it comes to shooting videos. I will also leave some videos in the description for you that I think you will also enjoy if you enjoyed this one. Oh, and if you enjoyed this one, be a gem, give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you for spending your time with me. If you'd like to see more of my future videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It would be great to have you part of the community. Otherwise, I'll see you in one of my next videos. Take care and have a delicious time using your gimbal. Bye-bye.